So if you haven't already put it together by now, I have returned to Greatwide, Dallas Maverick, however you want to. I don't even know how to word it. I left my stand at home, so that's why the phone is kind of shaky. Apologies. Before I get into it, of course, you already know what it is, man. Make sure to like the video or dislike the video, man. That works too. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already did it, man, to get more exclusive content from your boy. Yeah, man, we trying to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so I got to get in my whole model bag of like, subscribe, comment. I really want 10,000 subscribers, man. I just think I deserve that joint, and I'm gonna work for it. So we gonna see what happens. But anyways, if for those who've been wondering, and I said I would update you guys on everything that has happened. Yes, I have gone back to Greatwide Trucking, RJR Trucking. How did I end up back at Greatwide? Well, it's an interesting story how that happened. So if you've been following along, or even if you're new to the channel, I'm gonna summarize it so that you can catch you guys up. Back in November, I was with a company called Marley Trucking and Transport LLC. I started out working with them. Matter of fact, no, let's go back even further. Let's go back to the beginning of 2019. The beginning of 2019, I was working with Greatwide. I had recently came back off the road. Me and my wife had fell upon hard times, and our marriage was kind of, up in the air, the future of it, but we was able to, get it together, and I thank God for that. But, I was OTR, and I decided to come back. People always want to hit me up when I'm doing a video. I was able to come back local and come back to Greatwide. Where I was before, I was OTR with a fleet owner. Them videos, go watch the videos. So anyways, I was with Greatwide back then, started with them, and I think it was December of 2018, and was running fine. I had a history with them. I started originally with them in 2017, where I came there, left, and then came back. That's when I was going back and forth between them and Swift Transportation. But really back in 2017, I really just never found my niche with it. It was new to me. The port in general was new to me. And if you've never pulled out of the port before, man, it's a lot of extra things that go on in the port that if you're new to it, man, it'll slow you down. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to be productive your first, second, or third week, maybe not even your first month, because it's just so many different things. We got 3 different ports that you got to learn, 3 different types of situations that you got to learn. Trying to get in and out of VIG ain't the same as trying to get in and out of NIT, and damn sure ain't the same as getting in and out of PMT. But anyway, back in 2017, I really didn't have a lot of success, I feel, with Greatwide. They'll probably say the same. Fast forward to 2018 when I went back. I think when I went back at that point, I had found my groove. I think that I had become comfortable with the job, comfortable with the people, and I learned the lanes, and I was just a better truck driver overall. Because you're talking about fast forward a year and some change, from the summer of 2017 until like the winter of 2018. I had experienced a lot more as a truck driver, so I could better understand, the position that they were asking me to do as an OTR port driver. And I was loving it, man. The money was great. I was home, home on the weekend, home throughout the week, and we had just pretty much moved into the house we in now, and everything was going smooth. And then my dumb ass got a speeding ticket in my personal vehicle that actually I had already had the ticket before I went to Greatwide. But what ended up happening was when I applied to Greatwide, the ticket hadn't yet gone to court, so it wasn't on my record, so I didn't put on the application. But when January of 2019 came and the ticket went onto my record, Greatwide, I guess I still don't know how they just found it out of nowhere, but they found it and they fired me because they basically was trying to say that I hid it off my application. But once I explained to them that I wasn't hiding it, it just hadn't taken effect yet, they still fired me because it was an excessive speeding ticket. Excuse me. So because it was an excessive speeding ticket, it put me over their quote unquote point system, their safety point system. Every you got to realize most companies have their own safety requirements as far as driving records go, to where they are stricter than normal, I guess. I don't know how to get into the details of it, but either way, they fired me, And I spent all of 2019 basically trying to find something that paid me as much as Greatwide was paying, because I was bringing home like $1,600 a week, you know what I mean? And I just could not find it. I tried it with HUD. That was a dud. Jesus, that might have been the worst trucking job I've ever had outside of Abilene. But that was a dud. And then I went to Marley Trucking and Transport, and that started off pretty decent. You know, I wasn't making as much, but I was making, like $1,000 a week. But I was home every day, so I wasn't tripping. And then, the butane thing was brought to my attention. And originally, I wasn't going to do the butane thing, but I decided, again, going against my better judgment and going against the plan that me and the wifey was supposed to have together. I'm like, nah, babe, I'm going to go get this money. I'm about to be making $5,000 a week, all kinds of money, stupid money, and went out there chasing that money. And y'all saw what happened with that, so we don't need to go down that memory lane. But an opportunity presented itself for me to come back to Greatwide, and here I am. Now, originally back in November, I was in the hospital with all those health issues, and I was looking to get out of trucking. And I had a CDL instructor position that came up, and I had another opportunity to be a broker. I'm not going to put out all the information with that because I don't want to be messy. I'm not that guy anymore. But it was another YouTuber who was supposed to be starting a brokerage, and I was supposed to be coming on to him as a broker. And I don't know what ended up happening, but I never heard anything. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to be messy. That's just not the way I move anymore. But hey man, it is what it is. Some stuff just fall apart. Some people, it sounds good up front, but some people just don't have, they don't follow through, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, so the reason I didn't go through with the CDL instructor position, which is what everybody's been asking me, is because that was supposed to go along with the potential brokering opportunity. And so because the brokering opportunity fell through, the CDL instructor, because it was still the beginning stages and I would have been learning, like the money wouldn't have been enough to maintain my family's lifestyle, and I wasn't about to make my wife go work a real job. Fuck out of here. So I got back in the truck, and Greatwide was there waiting. Shout out to Brian. He kept it a buck with me all year long. He told me he had been watching my videos with the other company, and how he knew I was going through some crazy shit, and he even gave me a lot of info from a fleet owner's perspective that was a lot of BS that I was dealing with them company. But yeah, they brought me back open arms, and I kind of walked in and just kind of hit it from jump. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna get up here and turn into a tap dancer, but I got to give credit what's credit is due. This company has worked with me. This company, like I only time I don't move is when I don't want to, whether it's health related or something like that. But I run my 3 runs a week. I make my 15 to 1700, 18 sometime, and I go home, man. I'm not out here trying to make the most money. I'm not trying to break the bank. I'm just trying to be consistent, and just be consistent as far as trucking goes and outside of trucking. And Greatwide matches best for my schedule to allow me to continue to be consistent in and out the truck. You know what I'm saying? I've been here pretty much, might as well say, the end of December. So we're going on 3 months now. Big whoop, but I plan on being here for a while. And when I say a while, I'm talking about like at least 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at it like that. Before, I could never see myself with a trucking company longer than a year or whatever. This is where I'm gonna be. It would make no sense for me to go anywhere else. Like, it would take for like some astronomical numbers for me to lead this company. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, I'm talking about, you got to be talking about $3,000 a week or better, and I don't have a truck payment. And I don't know too many of those type of opportunities in existence in trucking. And if they out there, they damn sure ain't telling me about it or telling us. You know what I mean? We'll do that, leave that there. They're not telling us about those. So I'm here to stay. When you look at the balance of being home, the money that I can make, I can take off as long as I give enough notice. So it's still freedom, man. It's freedom. It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just doesn't feel like a job. Sometimes when you come local or when you start going home more as a truck driver, it tends to turn into a job. And I can say this has not yet turned into a job-like situation, because it's still like, I wake up Sunday morning, I leave out, I deliver, sleep in the truck, come home Monday. If I get home early at a decent time, let's say between 6 and 8, I'll probably stay up to midnight and chill with my family in that time. So 6 to 4 hours, I'm chilling. Now that is daylight savings, it's still daytime when I get home. So if we want to go to the YMCA, go walk by the water, or go see a movie, we can do that on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. You know what I mean? Tuesday and Thursday, I wake up. I head over to the yard, get my paperwork, say what's up to all the ladies in there, say what's up to Brian, get my load, and I'm down the road, man. It's a very easy, laid back, I'm a steering wheel holder. I have no problem with that. I think one of the things that is underrated in trucking in general is just the easygoingness of the job. You know what I mean? It's not really a lot of like politicking that you have to deal with, especially as an OTR driver. You know what I mean? You go in, you get your paperwork, you get familiar with your customers, your shippers, and it's just such an easy going. It's not a lot of randomness. I mean, unless your tire go out or some stuff like that, but just it's like going through the regular day. I don't really have to think a lot. And I appreciate that. I can. A lot of us don't speak on it. We always talk about the money in trucking, and we always talk about really, that's all we ever talk about is fucking money. Money. But nobody ever talks about how easy this job can become. Nobody talks about, when you find a dedicated route, kind of like this, the consistency in it, dealing with the same customers. I've only delivered to maybe 4 or 5 different customers over the course of 3 months. So I know everybody. When you start to get familiarized with your customers, now guess what? You're coming in, they're unloading you sooner. They're loading you sooner. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the OTR driver, this may be his first time here. You've been here 4 or 5 times in the last 3 weeks, so they're gonna be like, hey Jay, do. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that makes a difference in the day-to-day as a truck driver. It makes all the difference in the world, being familiarized with where you're going and knowing who you know and all that type of stuff. It's about a relationship. When you're seeing the same people, whereas some people look at the bad, I got to see these same people every day. If you're a people person, like I like to think I am, that can be a good thing, because it's okay, she know me, he know me, so they know I'm not with no foolishness. They know I come to do my job and go down the road. I ain't for the small talk, I ain't for the bullshit, I ain't for the ass kissing. I'm just trying to do my job, be the best employee I can be, or contractor, whatever you want to call it, official term. And I'm just trying to go home to my family, man. That's all we really trying to do out here, man. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm not overly happy, greatest company in the world. Nah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm not on Craigslist at night looking at different trucking jobs. I'm not, somebody could come up to me right now yo, matter of fact, I've been approached. I was approached by another Greatwide driver, but he was an owner-operator pulling drive in and talking about, yeah, man, I know a dude where you can get your own da-da-da. I'm just like, bro, I'm cool. I'm cool where I'm at, bro. And he just couldn't understand the concept that I was okay with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? He was looking, when I told him how much I made, the amount of miles, because I do drive about 3,600 miles a week for the most part. These runs are anywhere from 1,100 to 1,300, you know what I'm saying, about 600 to 650 one way, out, and then back, so 12, yeah, whatever. And he was like, oh man, that's only X amount of cent a mile and da-da-da. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I know what I'm gonna make by doing this. I feel like the amount of money I'm gonna make for doing all this driving is acceptable to me, because guess what? Who else paying this shit? Exactly. So we get so caught up in always got to make more. We got to make more. We got to make more. When you realize how easy your job is compared to how much you making and how much you only got to think about this shit, but then you go chase some bigger money, and then that whole situation is just stressful now, because you only came over here to make top dollar, because you got to make more than what you made previously, or unless it's a stupid move, and you got to stress so much more to make that extra money. It don't even be worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, man. I just don't see a situation popping up that'll be worth the hassle of giving up this easy life that I have right now. You know what I mean? So, but that's that. I just wanted, it's a long video. I didn't think it'd be this long, but people was asking. I wanted to give you guys an update. This is my situation. If you want more information on Greatwide, just reach out to me on Instagram, TruckloadNamedJay. Or my email or whatever, or in the comments. I don't know if they're hiring. I'm sure they are. It's not a huge company, but if you want some information on it, let me know. You know, I'm not going to be recruiting heavy and nothing like that. But if you in my area looking for a nice, decent gig to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's a decent gig. So, you know, if you want that type of information, let me know. I'll put you on. But besides that, man, you'll never really hear me speak on my job too much anymore. I ain't going to be, that's not the lane I want to be. Oh, I make this. Every single week I got to tell you how much money I make, man. Then that must mean I ain't making no money if I got to prove it to you. You know what I mean? A man that's making money ain't got to tell you he making money. He just got to look at his bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like all these cats that be on social media constantly telling you how much money they make, man. I'll be starting to question whether or not they believe they make that money, because they got to, you know how they say, when you lie, you got to keep telling yourself the lie so you can believe it. That's what y'all cats on YouTube starting to look like. That keep talking about your paycheck every week, every other day. Like, it's starting to look like you don't believe your own lie, so you got to keep repeating it to yourself to prove that's what you really doing. But I ain't going to get into all that, man. I ain't trying to be messy. As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. I'll check you next video, man. I'm out.